Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. I'm your host, Napizzle Dizzle Wizzle Swizzle. And today we're taking a look at PvP Season 24, the gold sale, the item on sale for gold, and two of the newest heroes that will be joining us here in Marvel Avengers Alliance. We've got a Spider and we have a Freezer. And today's background music is brought to you by the definitive top C64 music of all time. Back in my days, our computers walked uphill both ways in order to display you entertainment. Just kidding. As you can see, the music was what was called MIDI synth back in the day, and now it's actually part of like little hipster culture to have like synth music. So let's jump right into the video over here. And I will show you the newest general release hero in action and also the gold sale item. Now the item that is on sale for gold is the Hexenjäger. The Hexenjäger is a flintlock pistol that was often found in use of pirates. It basically was it was the predecessor kind of to the blunderbuss. Piece of trivia, I actually had a toy flintlock pistol that I got from Disney World at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride when I was growing up. Come back to that in a moment. So here he is, Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. His level 1 does webbed and straining. Really cool that straining is his level 1, because that means you could potentially do a really easy stamina drain group. He has a passive of future knowledge, which I haven't seen proc yet, but holographic assistant is procking a lot. And he's a scrapper, so here's my agent with the 5th slot open, and here's the gold sale item. Basically, it is a gun that, as PC Lom, to quote what he said earlier, it's sort of the gun version of the Vorpal sword. This can set up your team to have quick action ranged attacks, which is phenomenal for the spiders, because then that means they could do 2 level 1s in the same round and get somebody up to Tangled Web. That's possible through short controlled bursts. We also have the PA grenade launcher, where all enemies get despair and game over, or one enemy gets the Peace Pulsar Fire, which has targeted and superior firepower, chance to cause intimidated, melt armor, and shell shock. So I'm going to use the buff for now. So we have an undocumented change that went... So there's the son of a glitch. That's the Lila hologram thing. Now everybody has weak point. And there goes the Bruiser ISO draining away. And now watch what's going to happen here. Quick action. And now I can do anything I want. If I could go ahead and exploit the webbing if I had something like that. I could do open wound. I can web another person. So as you can see, that son of a glitch is applying a lot. Like the first time I did the video for tonight, which I deleted because it ran really, really long. I mean, that thing was procking all the time. It's like basically procking almost every round. It was like a Deadpool kind of a deal. So my agent is still going to have that quick action ranged available to him. Well, see, okay, he should have, but unfortunately I ran out of time. So what we're going to go ahead and do, since nobody really needs a heal, let's use the AoE form of the gun over here. We saw a near fatal proc over there. And that's just a legit fatal blow from Superior Spider-Man. So there's Miguel, and let's take a look at the ice box that is available to us, not to be confused with Refrigerator Perry or any other football player. Basically, Freezer is a bad guy that was put on the... He kind of wanted to do good, but he was really put on the path to good when he ran into Chase Stein, and Chase was like, dude, make something of yourself here, buddy. And apparently he was like, yeah, you know what? Thanks, dude. Thanks for the pep talk. I think I will try to go good. And here he is. Here is Modern Blizzard. Looks exactly like we would expect him to, similar to the Fixer. You can get him through lockboxes. Today's lockbox task is to do one daily, which is a gadget daily. And it actually is good for you to do that because there are these now new green bordered free action gadgets available. And he has pretty decent health for a blaster, phenomenal stamina, pretty good attack, although 4-bar attack would be nice for blaster. Very high defense, which I believe he ramps up with cold reception, and pretty decent accuracy and shit evasion. So using the PKB method, you're going to ISO him for health, attack, defense, and accuracy. Ice Beam. Blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. Chilled attack, stun bleeding targets. One enemy is chilled, they take damage every turn, cancelled by burning, blah blah blah. So similar to Nerf, you're not going to be using the Fire NATO a lot with this guy, so he could actually maybe run really well with Nerf. Crushed Ice. So he makes drinks for you. I'm shaken, not stirred. Shield Breaker, exposed and bleeding. So this is where the bleeds come in that will potentially stun. So, ooh, this is a really good case for flanked. Look what's going to happen if somebody's flanked. You hit him with the level 2, which does Shield Breaker, exposed, and bleeding. He's going to follow up with the Ice Beam. So, chilled attack, stun bleeding targets. This could be an instant 1-round stun if you are hitting a flanked person. Arctic attack applies frigid to anybody with chilled. So if you lead with the hail from the weather control device, and then he AoEs, they're all going to be frigid right in the first turn. So that means like the weather control device, Crystal could have some good synergy. Nerf, because they're going to be mostly on the water side of the spectrum here. All flyers are grounded. Everybody's frozen. Although I don't know if this will be like staggered. I don't know if this will shut down the Hugins Eye quite yet. And flanked. So there's the flanked over there. So he could apply flanked in round 1, and then in round 2, crushed ice beam. Nice pattern. Ice eruption, where he exploits bleeds, he exploits chilled, and he does ground attack. So Storm is another one that could potentially work pretty well with him. So we've seen the gun in action. Let's take a look at pre-PvP. The rewards for this one I think are really, really strong. But I don't know who this weapon is hinting at over here. I can't for the life of me tell what I'm facing over here. So I've gone ahead and moved the This is Sparta boot into defense. My Bruiser agent is running the Praetorian Guard and his chance to gain the extra turn. He's still running Vengeful over here. Honestly, I want to move, for offense, I want to move that ISO over to Molly. That would be really interesting with a lot of the quick groups, but as you can see over here, Praetorian, yeah, so this came in, instead of Vengeful, I'm running the Elite Empowered ISO 8, which was last season's reward. I may want to steal that from Molly and take away her defensive fighter and put that in. I have already felt the sting of this whole quick action thing that is going on. I hope it's a bug. I hope this lockout is not permanent, because this really is going to mess with a lot of the common patterns that I like to do, which is like weather control device and the scroll in round 1. Not a little upset. So 40k silver, 90k silver, 200. So depending on where you place, if you place in these two, you're going to get 200, 90, and 40. 330k silver just for getting at least to diamond. Then 10k gold. And now this adamantium league reward. Static electricity siphon. Draw on harness power, static electricity. It's a balance 16-16. You have to do 50 ranked attacks, and you have to rank in the top 1%. I will tell you that the one pre-PvP season where they did the top 0.5 was very tough. The top 0.5 amounts to basically like 1900 to 20 to a 2000 rank. That was really tough that season. I didn't pull that one off, but I did all the others. Alright, so we have Iron Man and Captain America. These are probably Age of Ultron alts. Yep, they do seem to be. So we get a shield throw. The mandible counters, because that was not defensive. So here is where I would use the scroll and the weather control device. But watch what's going to happen. No, it's not available. So that really, really sucks. I'm going to try for Iron Man, but I'm pretty sure Captain America is going to jump in the way. That's okay. He's already been hit with the mandible. So I have a chance of following up. So there's the Legion set, and it whiffs, and he takes a huge punch for that. So, interestingly enough, now that I'm 15, I could actually try to punch somebody out over here. I am just going to go ahead and take out Captain America. Don't want to do the immunity yet. Primed and ready, so he, of course, procced his blaster attack, which has given me another turn, so I'm going to go right for the enemy agent. Don't get to kill him. I am bleeding from the missiles, but I did sucker a counter out of him. Molly will taunt. Apply that to Molly. And we'll just punch Iron Man twice. And I should get the tactical advantage. So there you go. There's a prime example of like how I can feel the heat already, that I can't stack my quick actions. The way that it was where you use one as a QA and the next one is a TE, a turn ender, was fine. The fact that they're completely locked out, I just, yeah, don't really like. The Black Roscoe's done somewhat of a job. There's a lot of things I can run here. I could run the Mystic to protect against debuffs until Hafe winds up. I could run the new gun. I could run the Isosaur Whisperer and leave it as a defensive. I can run the Cosmic Cardinal. I could take out the Mandible and put in the Relentless Rapier and a Spider item, which might be how I will go. I mean, the Mandible's still doing a good job. And actually, now that I don't counter defensive items, it's good. My agent was often one-shot by a Hafe in the last season. What would happen is Hafe would level 9. My agent would mandible him. Hafe would go, and combo break it. That would set him up for combo setup. And then Hafe would level 9, level 6 my agent's face. And yeah, there were a lot of one-shots involved over there. So, moving into Small Hadron Collider is not really going to help a whole lot. But I may go Relentless Rapier and the Spider Totem to go ahead and stack up, because that's a free action at that point. And I would take out the Mandible. But, you know, the Mandible's still doing a good job. And it does exploit what the scroll puts out, which is really, really handy. So, yeah, we've got some tough choices ahead over here. I mean, the Sparta Boot, I'm already running the Hugins Eye. He's running the Praetorian Guard. I could orchestrate myself for the T-Bolt Glove to do a double drain, which certainly would work. Really not too sure how defense will go. I think I'm still going to stick with Molly and Null. They did a phenomenal job last season. They did about what I could expect, but with the control, you know, the quick action nerfs and everything like that, probably round 1 will be the scroll and then a mystic, and then round 2 will be a weather control device and a mystic. So it's not bad. It's not a bad forced action over here. Maybe running satellite support would work. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. If I ran the T-Bolt Glove over here, what I may want to do eventually at some point is if I took out the Mystic and ran the T-Bolt Glove over here, I'd have the double drain. And the quick groups would have issues with me, because Quicksilver wouldn't be able to hit my agent, and it would be draining the whole time. That would make Quicksilver single target other people. But yeah, I really want to move that ISO over to Molly for attack and see what that's like. So the Hexenjäger, this new gold sale item, well, I should say item for sale for gold. I touched upon this one in the last video that I did, which was the misunderstood old and eclectic weapon video. The Hexenjäger provides a semi-unique buff in the game. Hafe has it personally, and Black Knight can give it to your team. It says your team gains Pentecostal Oath, which is magic warding. Magic warding says things like Bane, what Kurth can put out in terms of Road to Ruin, what Enchantress does, your Dark Voids, your Soul Fires, all of those won't affect you. You'll take a little bit of damage from the application of them, but then the debuff won't affect you. This is a phenomenal anti-Enchantress counter. If you were to combine this with the Techno-Organic Endoskeleton, you would never have an issue whatsoever with Enchantress, and I'll show you why. The Techno-Organic Endoskeleton makes you basically into a cyborg. And by doing that, you become immune to psychic attacks and bleeding. So you've basically shut down everything that the Enchantress can throw at you. So here is the list of what magic warding prevents. Cursed Mirror, Meteor Swarm, huge, Bane, Crimson Bands, which comes out from one of the rings, Dark Void, Death Frost, Doom, Hexed, Soulfire, the Curse of Anglobob, removing your beneficial status effects, and Trickster from Loki, swapping your positive status effects over to negative. Really big. So the Wombo combo with the Techno-Organic Endoskeleton, let me go ahead and pull that up for you over here. Techno-Organic Endoskeleton. Chance for a follow-up, you exploit combo setup. Mechanical body cannot be affected with bleeding or poison. Immune to psychic and bio attacks, susceptible to EMP grenades. Nobody EMP grenades you. You don't have to worry about that. At least not yet. Well, no, not even Fixer. That's an exhaust grenade. So you can see how absolutely huge this is. No bleeding, no psychic, no bio or poison. The psychic is the mind controls and everything. Pesty Enchantress teams between Hexenjäger and Techno-Organic Endoskeleton would never ever be a problem for you ever again. And now with the 5th slot, it's not too hard to equip both of those and just leave them as passives and do other things. Protector Valance. So this was discussed in the rare weapons video and everything that I did. This says that beneficial status effects will not be removed by enemy attacks or harmful status effects. So this semi-seals in your buffs, like Indomitable Spirit. What that means is you could potentially get some very interesting combos going on. Especially now that you have 5 slots, because you can run like the Mystic Cube, the Cosmic Cube, and then like the whole Adeline set. And it's actually, really strong. And all those sets before that maybe you're like, man, I wish I could piecemeal this set out, but the bonuses are so good. And I think I'll have to dedicate a video to some nice 5-piece combo setups that you can do. And honestly, I think the Integrated Intelligence set might be one of the ones that I would look at. So there's my Spider-Gwen. She's going on 8. My Spider-Girl is going on 5, I believe. Hype is 9. Trying to push my Nerk and Null over to 15 through the Bay. And I believe the Empowered Suits are on sale. But since I have all of them, I cannot actually see them. The Hexenjäger I have, but it's old. So that's probably why it's not showing up for me. So, the Empowered Suits, let me give you an example of one of those. As everything begins to load in over here. So that's these guys, though, that generation of suits. I should be able to honestly see the Infiltrator one, because I don't have the Infiltrator one. That was right before I started doing good in PvP, so let's see if we could see that available in the store. I'll kind of confirm that sale over there. So who do you think that electrical cannon looks like? I mean, to me it looks like the Claw, but I know it's not the Claw. Okay, so yeah, here they are. The Scrapper. I don't know why it says I don't own any of them. I do. But yeah, Scrapper 1 says close the gap, so you proc your... This is actually really good with the heroes, because now everybody on your team can have their passive if they want. I might pick up the Scrapper and the Infiltrator one. I do have the Blaster. I do have the Bruiser. I used to use that a long time ago. And I definitely have the Tactician. So, I may pick up the Scrapper and the Infiltrator one over there. This one would be really, really good with Protect weapons, because then I would be countering. Ooh, buddy, easy. Cat's asleep and twitching over here. It's really scary when you see that happen. There's the retard suit. Tourney Cycle 5. Yeah, fix this already, Playdom. Come on. Like, we're getting all this new crap over here, and you still can't give us this. And there's that Generalist 1, which was the 3-year anniversary. You know what? While I'm here, pick it up. No, I don't want to equip it. Okay. So that says I own it, but yeah. So the rest don't. I think those suits are worth a pickup, especially if you're not somebody who does well in PvP and you find it tough to get the suits anyway. There are some really good combos with those suits, especially now that you have heroes that can do the same. I mean, you could like build all Scrappers and say, I just want to double punch somebody right at the beginning of combat and just, punch everybody out. So there goes Son of a Glitch again, doing its magic. So there goes Superior Spider-Man's passives. Woo! Son of a Glitch pre-fired. That's interesting. Sadly, my agent is stunned, but he's going to be draining away over here thanks to that ISO. So we get a fan toss for the agent who counters, but whiffs on it, unfortunately. Son of a glitch again. Wow, that is just doing massive work over here. We still haven't seen his preemptive counter, though. So we'll go ahead and use short control burst, which says my entire team will gain a quick action range on the next attack. Nice brawl. Pretty strong. I saw, wow, in PvP, huge Black Roscoe. I don't remember if this was this video or the previous one, but just an absolutely big Roscoe counter. Did 16k. Wow, that son of a glitch fires a lot. That might really be Hafe bait, though. I'm a little worried that maybe that pre-counter over there is going to get Hafe upset. That's going to be a little sketchy. So, here we go. This should be a quick action, and it is. Wow, what is he doing? Good God, he's using that a lot. So, sadly, we wasted the quick action because I killed everybody. So, there's that thing draining away over there. So as we can see, the quick action is gone now, but he has True Strike. There goes Son of a Glitch again. Man, that is proccing a lot. And my agent is stunned again. Dude, look at this. He's doing this like every available opportunity. So the Marauder whiffs on that. I drain, staying at full health and full stamina because of that ISO. Wow, nice. 14.4k crit on a counter. Oof, that was pretty strong too. Alright, well, there's some of the new guys in action. We get to see 2099 a little bit more. We get to see the gun. Gonna go ahead and set him to train. Yeah, definitely do today's daily, as you will find some of these new free action gadgets and everything in there. I saw one. I think it was the stamina returning, the infinite injector or something was up, and it was there as a free action. And I can confirm that the cosmic shielding is now tagged as 1 round. So you can only use it on one person, and then that's over. So obviously that needed to be fixed. Stormbringer linked me to a 26-minute PvP video, 20-minute PvP video, where it was a combination of the Eternal Agent and spamming that shield. And it was very tough to defeat. How he actually won was simply because he let the signpost on the enemy agent work the enemy agent down with poison. He put despair on him, and then he just let the poison tick down, and the guy could never heal because of the despair, and that was the only way that he could win. The guy was phased the whole match. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Good luck in the PvP preseason. Happy that the weekend is here. A little upset that we are now in September, which obviously I've not been in school for years, but September always just marks the end of summer and becoming winter to me and everything. So, take care everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. I fucking knew it was you.